Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm about to talk about my theory about the Roblox game Life of an Otaku. Now, as the beginning stated, there is going to be heavy themes of death and suicide, along with we're going to be talking about, some Japanese systemic problems and many other things that I think kind of pertain to the emotional themes of this game. I would also like to establish that this is only my own theory, and this is just based off of my interpretation of the game. Of course, I don't believe that this is canon, and this is, again, just a theory that I just randomly thought of one day, and if you disagree with me, then that's totally fine. I mean, lots of people disagree with me all the time. Life of an Otaku is a Roblox game made by Roblox developer Yasu Yoshida. The game revolves around a young Japanese man moving back into his parents' home while also dealing with grief. Now, first is that the dialogue of the main character is strangely cheerful. Like, he doesn't seem very, unhappy in his dialogue in-game. Excluding the narration during the cutscenes, I think that this is definitely very suspicious, and it's in a way kind of maybe implying what is going to happen to him. I think that the dialogue during the cutscenes is reflective of his current mental state, and it shows that he is sort of internally struggling. Now, of course, there is no set time for grief. Sometimes it would take a few weeks, sometimes it would take months, sometimes it even takes years to really cope with the death of a loved one. And, it very much varies between person to person. But considering the other factors that make me think that the main character possibly died, I personally am not convinced that he has fully moved on. Now, first is that time seemingly never passes in this game. Every time you load the game, the calendar always says August 2018. Which I would suspect is around the time that the main character possibly died. Editor's note here, so the reason why I use the calendar as the resource is mainly because even though the computers in the game claim it's 2015, the computers also say that the time isn't set, so that personally proves to me that the computers are not really reliable for what time the game takes place. There's also the third act where the main character seemingly takes a bath. Now, considering this theory in mind, well, you can basically imagine what happened during that bath. There's also the fact that, the game takes place in Japan, where the suicide rates are especially really high there. So it wouldn't be hard to imagine why this would have caused the character to commit, suicide. There's also the fact that the weather never really changes within the game. You never see it be sunny or nighttime unless you're playing the objectives during the game, which I believe is the events before the said suicide. The shrine, you might be thinking, well, what about the shrine? The shrine, in my opinion, preserves the memories of the people that the protagonist knew prior to his death. He remembers all these things that they've said, and they seemingly never leave, which proves to me that they're simply just memories. And just like the house, there's seemingly no weather changes, which maybe indicates to me that there is also no time there as well. Okay, so that wraps up the video. Anyways, again, this is just my theory, and I don't believe that this is fully true. Obviously, this is just something that I randomly thought of one day and just decided to make a video. Now, sorry if I wasn't able to show lots of gameplay footage or photos. My device has some horrible storage. And if Yazu Yoshida is one of the people that watches this video, if in any way you feel like this video disrespects your game, then I'm willing to change it or take it down. And also, I apologize if my speech is a little weird. I am on the spectrum, so it would be a little bit hard for me to, say everything smoothly and properly, so just keep that in mind. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like it or subscribe if you want to. And feel free to comment if you agree with my theory or disagree with it, and or suggest any other Roblox games that I should theorize about. So, thank you and have a wonderful day.